Hey guys, welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Rebirth, where we have one episode going up right after the other one, because the last one, not only did I have a series of coughing fits, which I feel like really dicked up the audio enough so that I'm probably just going to hack those pieces out, but we had an Azazel run that was just gross. It felt gross. It was bad because there was no drama to it, there was no suspense. You start as Azazel, you're already 75% of the way to being done. So I said at one point in the commentary, like a smartass, I would rather play Eve, and then we unlocked Eve, so I guess it's time to put my money where my dead bird is. There's a couple of ways to handle Eve right off the start. You know what, that's one of them. We're going to go ahead and put ourselves in Horror Babylon state, and then I'm going to... The first hit was unintentional, the second hit was intentional, you smartasses. I don't play that poorly. There's a little bit of me that doesn't like how sort of tense you have to play as Eve when you choose to go this route. When you start off by intentionally taking this much damage. I have the pop filter on my microphone is kind of covering up my right eye, so I feel like I'm playing as though I'm Kane right now. Let's go here, and then we'll take one intentionally on the chin. Good. Now we're back to where I feel comfortable. Dead bird's gonna help us round out this room. It was not played well. But we got back to the same place that we were when we came in, and that's really the most important thing to me. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna back up a little bit, and that way, you know, the microphone is a hanging boom mic on a scissor arm. You've seen it if you've checked out Hearthstone, and you've seen it if you've checked out any of the live streams. It's a cool mic, it's a cool setup, but the way that it is set up right now is it places the mic in such a way that it's great placement. As far as being in line with my mouth and picking up what I'm saying, but it's tricky because the right half of the screen I'm seeing through, well, not the right half, but like the right quarter of the screen I'm seeing through the pop filter. So I feel like I'm taking some sort of weird Binding of Isaac themed eye chart test. So, yeah, we continue to be in the great winter whiteout of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia 2015, where there have been inches upon, not quite so many more inches, because it's only a little bit of snow, but it's a lot of snow by Virginia standards, so I'm going to stay inside and play freaking video games all day long, commit those video... Wow, English is an incredibly difficult language for those of you who don't speak it, which is weird, because I do get comments on the channel from people whose first language is obviously, like, German or Italian or French, and yet they come on and I don't understand. I don't spend a big chunk of my day watching YouTube videos that are posted. Oh no, get out of the way. Alright, you know what, it hurts me to do this, but I need that red heart. I feel like I'm playing air hockey right now. Just don't touch me. You know what, this situation is dumb, because I'm gonna pick up this eternal heart and I'm gonna lose my Horror Babylon situation anyway, so okay, we wasted a bomb. So what I was trying to say before my ability to speak the English language completely fell apart on me was, yeah, I get a lot of comments on the channel from people who clearly speak English as a second language, and, you know, I'm flattered that, maybe you're doing this as some sort of, like, summer school program where you're just like, hey, pick a mediocre YouTube channel and learn how to speak English by copying this guy. In which case, I can find you some people who speak the language much more exceptionally than I do, but yeah, you know, I'm amazed. I'm always impressed by people who speak multiple languages. So, and then the thing I was saying before that was, yeah, there's a buttload of snow outside, so we're gonna play some video games, record some stuff, try to get a little bit of a backlog built up. Not because I want to have like a week's worth of videos uploaded in advance, but I am going to PAX, so I am gonna need like a 3 or 4 day backlog at some point. And I might as well go ahead and start to sort of get a head start on that now. Cancer gives us a little more HP. I don't know what I guess the You Feel Protected is all the spirit hearts. I tried to mention during the last video that I don't have a tremendous grasp on what all of the shapes of the zodiac signs look like, just at a glance. Like, I know Capricorn and I know Taurus, but other than that, for about 90% of what's left, it's kind of a crapshoot for me. I see squiggly line and I think to myself, oh, we're gonna get some sort of water bacteria. Like, that's That's obviously, that's Rocky Mountain, what is that, Rocky Mountain Fever? Is that what happens when you drink dirty river water? I guess it doesn't have to be dirty, it can look very, very clean, but when you drink contaminated river water? Anyway, yeah, I see those things and I think, oh, good, I'm gonna get a blue squiggle, but I don't always necessarily know what the blue squiggle's gonna be. We're protected enough with spirit hearts, I am gonna run the risk of walking over these spikes to pick up this. The moon is good, because we can go ahead and pop it right off the bat. Hopefully 2 good pills? Pheromones is not exceptional, but it's not bad. I'll happily take the luck upgrade. I am a little bummed out that the secret room didn't border the boss trap room down there, but then again, with the boss trap room, what you're normally looking at is you're normally looking at going in there and fighting 2 bosses for... Fuck you, Larry, I don't have time for your bullshit. You're looking at going in there and fighting 2 bosses more often than not for, like, a penny and a red heart, or a half a red heart and then another half a red heart. It's never something that you want. Why don't you 2 joust? Yeah! Clash swords, Larry. I didn't know you had it in you, you dirty, dirty swinger. Attaboy. What'd he taste like, huh? Huh? Fulfilled? Fantasy fulfilled. Larry on Larry action. I'll take the tier upgrades, but I need more than anything. I need some damage in my life. Which is weird after the last run that we had, because damage was not something we worried about very much. The shovel is something that at some point we will have to pick it up. We will have to put it on our laundry list of things that we've touched in the subcockle region. No, the cockles of the heart. I'm not making like a genitalia joke, you perverts. But I don't necessarily feel like giving up a heart to say that I've knocked it off the list right now. We did pick up, I forget what it's called. I always call it the, what is it, the dark gnarl, the thing from Risk of Rain that looks like a gigantic, knuckle, and is, I think, a straight, in Risk of Rain it's a straight damage upgrade, but here it is an item that just gives you fear shot, and fear shots, I don't know, man, it makes them walk away from you, which sometimes is not what you want. Sometimes you want an enemy to just charge headlong into you so that you can go ahead and get the death blow on him. Death blow sounds like a very specific subgenre of pornography that I would be into. And yet at the same time, like, you have guys like these guys where there's an adverse effect to the timing of it, and it makes it more difficult to land your shots. So I don't know. I picked it up because I basically just wanted deals with the devil to keep coming back. I didn't want to do deals with the angels, not with Eve. If I can push... Oh, okay. If I can push Eve into... If I can push Eve into a place where I get her down to just spirit heart health, or if I can get her down to just 1 red heart, then I get Horror Babylon all the time. It'll be the first time in a long time, and certainly since we've started this playthrough, that getting down into permanent Polaroid invincibility, getting down to just spirit heart health, which would normally be good for permanent Polaroid invincibility, is good for any reason whatsoever other than it's just old habit because I'm used to having the Polaroid be an option. For this particular instance, it'll be because we want Eve to always have Horror Babylon state, but it's the first time since this sort of reboot where I've started this YouTube playthrough that we've had an excuse for eliminating somebody's red health entirely that wasn't just my muscle memory betraying me because I don't have the item that makes it important. Not yet. I have to imagine that at some point we will, unless there, I guess like a catastrophic breakdown in my ability to play the game. Jesus Christ. I had Holy Mantle on the last run too, which is making it really difficult for me to remember. I don't know why I turn blue when I get hit. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take him, A, because it attacks something off the list, and B, because I think they fixed it so that it doesn't necessarily instantly kill you when you use it anymore. But yeah, my best friend will work as a decoy, and hopefully we'll do some bomb damage on some of these boss enemies coming up. I'm hoping we don't get... Well, I guess we wouldn't get the haunt at this point, but... I'm hoping that we don't get one of the difficult ones, but if we do, we can lay down my best friend and at least situate ourselves, and then hopefully allow it to do a significant amount of damage. I'll take pheromones, man. That helped us get rid of Larry. I then used it on the very first room we encountered, which got rid of a couple of silkworms. That's fine. I got no beef with that. I can't figure out why we glow when we get hit. Somebody already has at this point, but if somebody wants to jump down to the comment section and tell me why that is, Oh no! Alright, well, I am totally shitting the bed. But that's fine. I mean, it is what it is, but ultimately, we're gonna get through this Gertie Jr. fight just fine. We have entirely too many spirit hearts to shit on a kitten. We have entirely too many spirit hearts to think that we're gonna blow this run here. I've been playing so well in this series up until the last couple episodes, and the last episode was fine. I was super strong during it, but the problem was I was completely disinterested by floor 2, so this one, I'm incredibly weak, and I've got a plan, but that plan involved deals with the devil, and I've already kind of mucked that up by walking directly face first into Gertie to begin with, and then allowing my best friend to explode my face, and then just kind of wandering around listlessly from that point on, wondering why everything has gone so poorly. Let's go back to our shop. Hopefully in there we can find some sort of submachine gun, and that will sort of aid our way into not only breaking the game by adding items that don't actually exist, but will put us in a place where we can afford to make some mistakes because we're spraying and praying from the hip. What do I want? What do I need? I don't even know do I have rooms left to go visit? These are all critters that are completely unfazed by fear shot. Do I have an excuse to visit the rest of these rooms? Oh my god, Eve's damage. I long for an Azazel run. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Alright, let's see. Yeah, no, I guess we just leave. We've been to all of our special rooms here. I mean, unless I want to go fight. Okay, let's go to this room. Okay, nothing here. This room. We sure did this to ourselves, didn't we? Alright. Our fear shot is going to give us, once again, one of those situations where I'm not sure that I'm okay with fear shot doing what it does because of the simple fact that these guys are going to distance themselves, and then the fear shot's going to wear off, and then they're going to charge us, but they're not going to come from angles that we're expecting because they ran off into a corner and looked panicky for a minute, and then they kind of, you know, 1, 2, 3 red light, 1, 2, 3 green light, and then they charge the shit out of us. So I guess if nothing else, that was worth it for the key. We'll go down to the next floor and try to rally here, see if we can maybe get ourselves back into a deal with the devil room and pick up a damage item that'll help A, get rid of our health, and B, help us get through these floors without having to depend on my ability to dodge. Oh god, no. Why would I pass this chance up? We go to the arcade. We get popped twice. What a horrible night to have a curse. Might as well get hit one more time, since we're getting payouts from the fanny pack. And now we're feeling a little bit better. Now we're in Horror Babylon. We don't have any reason to leave it unless I do something dumb. There's nothing that says that won't happen. I already picked up a red heart without even really thinking about it. Yeah, sure, what the hell. We're in here. We're already near-ish to here. We've got our Horror Babylon situation going on. I just have to be really careful about not intentionally tanking this room. And this would be how you intentionally tank this room. You get them into a situation where you can't manage the shitstorm, the flurry of body parts that come off of Fistula here. Oh god, okay. It's like watching Matrix Code. These lines of silkworms going left, right, and sideways. I was worried for a split second that I had touched a red heart, and that in the interest of just kind of, oh, I want to see what this room has to offer, I had totally boned us. Alright, so this is one of those situations where I would almost just rather have, yeah, right there, get you some. Man, I'm kind of curious as to whether or not my best friend, now that this is another place where fear shot just terrifies the shit out of me. I'm trying to figure out whether or not, you know what, let's do this, we'll go back, we'll get more, hopefully, keys and consumables out of plunking ourselves on the blood bank. I wonder if there's some meta that we can derive for my best friend now that he isn't so glitched that he can actually kill you. Alright, don't take that yet. Get a deal with the devil, come back, know that we have health, literally health, not just like a red heart. We have health, a health container sitting on the floor. Do not, I repeat, do not, oh Jesus Christ in the cab. Do not leave this behind. We'll mosey our way towards what is hopefully any of our secret rooms. I would love the map. I would love the compass. Anything that can kind of help us devise a game plan so I'm not wandering aimlessly. I think that's probably a byproduct of the time that I've spent playing Darkest Dungeon, is that I invited Grayson in earlier when I was just kind of having some downtime and decided I wanted to play Darkest Dungeon, and he wanted to watch, and you know, I'm not going to tell him no. And then I invited him in, and I actually had to kind of ask him to leave because I was in such a bad mood, because I decided to try to tackle a boss fight. And in trying to tackle said boss fight, I found myself in a situation where I had basically like a 70-30 chance of going to the boss in a fork in the road. There was only one place on the map the boss could not be. Like, I needed the boss not to be, and that turned out to be the one place that he was. And the reason that I ended up losing, despite being fairly dominant on the entirety of the map, was because I ended up exploring like 7 extra rooms that I didn't... Oh my god. 7 extra rooms that I didn't necessarily have to, just because I had no idea where I was going and the scouting wasn't working for me. But we still got to deal with the devil, thank goodness, because I just picked up a red heart on accident. Oh, Krampus. So my best friend, totally useless against Krampus unless you line it up correctly. We did manage to slide a bomb in there, just to sort of expedite the process a little bit. Oh god, come on, Krampus. Ah ha ha ha! Yeah, now who's stuck in the corner, you dickwad? These are the insults I picked up around middle school, and I just never decided to update the catalog. So, dickwad, dick nose, dick face. It's mostly just dick noun, and it helps if the noun is a part of the human body. So we've completely gotten rid of our Whore of Babylon, and we are in a situation now where it makes no sense not to go pick up our health at the arcade. It's one of the few times that getting the health bag, the blood bag instead of the IV, the portable IV, is I don't want to call it a bad thing, but it's one of the few times that it's detrimental for us in the grand scheme of things. I mean, I'm never gonna poo-poo having more health, but this is certainly one of those places where I would have much rather had the portable IV, so that when I accidentally touched red hearts on the ground, which apparently is more of an inevitability than it is an accident, I would have the ability to take that red health away and get back into the Whore of Babylon state. We're still on a deal with the devil precedent. I don't think we can go back to deals with the angels at this point, but it is kind of a bummer to have one of our rooms, not wasted, but to have it contain Krampus in a situation where, you know, I had visions of sugar plums dance through my head. I was looking at, like, I don't know if I have Abaddon on this account yet, but Abaddon would have been good. You know, the Mark, the Pact, any Guppy item. I'll take Mongo Baby. I don't know what he does. I know that he matches... I want to say he matches fire with us, which is ultimately kind of perfectly fine. It is a palatable and acceptable... Yeah, this is as good a place to not spend 2 bombs as any. Somebody once tried to convince me that he was a really, really good familiar. I've yet to see anything that leads me to believe that that is necessarily the truth. I don't know that I think he's a bad familiar, but I've yet to see what it was that person saw that made me think, oh man, what a great familiar. Alright, on to the next floor, and we'll see what's waiting for us in the deep abyss of... Oh, what the hell floor are we on? I feel like Bob Uecker in Major League right now. As nobody's watching. You can't say fuck on TV. Necropolis 1. We're in trouble. Let's call it what it is. Unless I play better than I have in several months, we could find ourselves in a hurtin' way. Fear shot here. I have no idea if it has any effect on the masks. I know that if you hit the hearts, the masks turn purple. I don't know if turning purple does anything other than give them sort of an inherent feel of regalness, regality, regalia. All I know is I'm really scared, because I have managed to sort of dick us out of deals with the devil and the ability to upgrade ourselves, and I don't know if that's going to come back to bite us. Yeah, that's a Guppy item, and it's a room-by-room use item that allows us to generate flies that make us do more damage and anything that will improve our DPS right now without counting on us being able to place a bomb at our feet and not stand over it like we did with the Gertie fight is okay by me. Thankfully, if nothing else, we're fast enough, I feel like, to get away from situations like this. I don't know where the other one is because of Fear Shot. Man, Fear Shot always sounds good in theory until you pick it up and try to apply it practically. Do I want anything that's over there? No, nothing hiding in that poop. Penny there, might as well. Okay. I would take the battery right now because it would allow us to use the Guppy's head charge more than once per room. And at this point, I'll take any help I can get. Ugh. Doodle's yelling in the other room. I have a feeling that he also sympathizes with our inability to do damage at this point. He also could be freaking out because he's got a double ear infection. So, he's in high spirits. It's just, you know, right now he's a baby, and being a baby means being frustrated about not speaking English and not being able to communicate your basic wants and needs. So I have to imagine that that's playing into it a little bit. Guppy's head, man, I can't begin to understate what a security blanket it is to know that if I walk into a room and there are enemies like this... Oh shit, I can't do anything about the spikes on the ground though. If there are enemies like this room where they're just waiting for us to walk in, that we have the ability to instantly do damage to anything that gets close enough to us so that we can defend ourselves and not necessarily be at the whim of, well, okay, we'll take some damage and then figure it out from there. Necropolis 1 I think means I'm gonna go fight this boss. Loki. We should be fine-ish with Loki. Fortunately, and I can't think of a situation where I've ever said this before, fortunately that's a blue thwomp in the corner, which means it's not going to follow us around the room and be the annoying asshole thwomp that it always is. It's going to sit stationary, and yes, if we wander into the bottom part of the room, it'll come looking for us, but for the most part, we have free reign to sort of battle Loki as we see fit. Sadly, all we get out of it is the Cat of Nine Tails, which is way better than it was in the original Isaac, but still... Oh, the absence of deals with the devil. You know, is it better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all? I feel like that kind of applies here. Is it better to have had the opportunity to have deals with the devil and turn down the items than it is to have never gotten those deal with the devil items at all? We can only speculate at this point. We know for a fact that our first deal with the devil item was the shovel and Fear Shot, and our second deal with the devil room was a Krampus fight we didn't necessarily want any part of, but you know, que sera, sera. We do have Mysterious Liquid. I don't know if we've had this on a run yet. It seems as... Oh my god. It seems as though Mysterious Liquid... I feel convinced that it doesn't work, and then all of a sudden there will be a room where it very clearly works. So, what is this? Do we know what this is? No? Full health? Well, now we know it exists, and if we can find another one, we'll maybe be able to utilize it. I'm looking for my shop at this point, with 26 cents burning a hole in my pocket. I feel like a map or a compass item or a battery would be right up my alley. I don't think we have enough money on this account yet to have any candles. I would happily take a candle item, but I do not believe I have access to them. Ability to fly, I would take 100%. I don't know anybody who wouldn't. That's like saying, would you take a winning lottery ticket? Yeah, I would entertain it. I'm just trying to think of the shortcomings of this run and how we can fix them at this rate. Multiple other Guppy items would be nice. I'm certainly not going to lose Guppy's head for the blue boomerang. At some point when we have too much money, we will absolutely grab that and tack it off of our list, but this is not a time to be dinking around. We still have one more shop to go. We have a judgment card in hand, so we need to probably hold on to what money we have until we know that it's of no use to us, at which point, if we want to frivolously throw it away, then so be it. But I'm certainly not going to do that on a whim right now. Holy shit, I didn't even realize there were that many of these guys. Oh, there's just two. Oh no, there's three. I wasn't even aware of how many there were. Okay, one of them just exploded. I heard what sounded like a water balloon pop, and that's kind of gross when you think about it. Like, now that you've had a chance to see it, or to hear it without having the visual tied to it. The visual just by itself just sounds... Yeah, it's a flesh sack popping. That's so weirdly gross and okay at the same time. We need a break, game. Like, we need you to cut us a break. I'm not really sure what that means. I'm not sure how you provide it. I'm relatively certain that Super Envy is not the one to give it to us. But we will create a really awful situation for ourselves by scattering all of these to the wind and just trusting. I think we have Skinny Odd Mushroom from the Mushroom Trinket effect right now. So we'll blow through these guys really quick like. I think it gives us either a live bomb or it gives us shoot to whoop. Neither one of which I'm all that excited about. Wrap this up. Live bomb. Thank goodness. Did we already fight? Wow, I guess we already fought our... Did we fight our boss already? Oh yeah, we did. We fought Loki. Yeah, okay, yeah. It is what it is, I guess. That's fine. I mean, look at, we got health, we got some damage. We're surviving just fine. It's just, you know, I'm looking for that over the top item that's gonna put us into orbit. Enough so that apparently I've decided to punch my pop filter. Yeah, sure. I mean, what the hell? I don't mentally kind of want to keep track of having to walk back here to pick up whatever. Like if I thought there was gonna be an item there. The Fool card, not so good at this point. Please give me back my Judgment card. There we go. We excreted a bomb when we got hit there, thanks to Fanny Pack. Guppy's head continues to kind of silently be the MVP of this run. Especially in rooms like, well, I guess not in rooms like this, but in rooms like this, it might actually be the mysterious liquid that does it. Just because we can hit the zombies from any angle by putting the essentially tear creep at their feet. It did help though when we came in because the flies from Guppy's head came in and instantly did damage to the jabronis down here, and they're such a total pain in the ass that anything I can do to sort of eliminate them from my existence is a good thing. I was hoping for black hearts, instead I got a tarot card. I have no idea if it's any good. Let's find out. You and me together. The chariot it's a card. It sure is. Judgment's gonna be better for now. Okay. Here we go. Nice and easy. Got really chapped lips. It's super dry right now when the temperature dips this low, man. It's just, my body's not ready for it. I've become soft in my time in Virginia. Here we are. Oh, good. We got our item room. I don't even know what out of a golden, you know, door jam item room we can expect to find. Maybe I'm just so spoiled by picking up Deal with the Devil items that I don't even know what it is I could find at this point that would make us feel overpowered. I guess I would take a Capricorn would be great. Magic Mushroom clearly would be awesome. I would take 2020. That's fine too. You know what? Smart Fly. It's not where my mind was, but I like where your head is, game. That's outside the box thinking right there. Every time we get hit, we are going to let that little sucker off the leash, and as we've seen in episodes past, he does crazy work. I am a big fan of his body of individual accomplishments. Alright, let's go in here. Speaking of, let's unleash the beast as we get back into Whore Babylon state and try to do our best to sort of fix this crummy damage situation that we find ourselves sort of inherently in as Eve. I still like this. Don't get it twisted. I still like this situation much better than I did that last Azazel run. I would much rather be up against it than to be set from like floor 2. Like this, there's still strategizing, there's still stuff to talk about, for God's sakes. And there's still stuff to be done. We have things that we can do that kind of will help decide whether or not we go over the edge. I feel like with 51 cents I can go ahead and lay Judgment down. I don't think where we lay Judgment down even matters anymore. Yeah, sure, you know, we'll pick up the health and then we'll instantly trade it away. I need greed to not be in our shop. I need greed to not be in our shop. I'm putting that out into the universe right now. I want greed to not be in my shop. Keybeggar, maybe. I mean, we only have 7, but who's to say there is... Okay. Okay, Judgy. What do you got for me? Got a weird nervous tick going on in the corner of my eye right now. If I'm having a stroke, if I start to slur, I'm still gonna post it. I'm gonna finish the run, too. If I start to have a stroke, and it's in the middle of the run, I'm gonna finish, I'm gonna post, I'm gonna intentionally... yeah, sure, what the hell, I mean, the blood bank's still up, right? Alright, so I'm gonna intentionally screw up the thumbnail and make it look like I'm slurring my speech in the thumbnail. Like, I'll change all the letters. I'm sorry to anyone who's ever had a stroke or a family member who did. At this point now, I kind of hope that that's what takes me so that I can point back. It's like when you crack a joke and it's like moderately racist and you laugh, but all your friends look uncomfortable, so you feel like you have to justify it. So you go, oh, I've got black friends, it's totally fine. Now I kind of hope that this story's version of that is, oh no, it's totally fine. A stroke is what ended up actually killing Taffy, so you know, it's okay that he cracked all those stroke jokes in that one episode. I don't know what I ever did. I think that I was in a horrible place when I wasn't recording, because when and where else was I gonna say all of this random, stupid bullshit, man? Like, when and where was this ever gonna come out of my head? And, like, repressing it can't be good. It's gotta be like when when you repress feelings about a traumatic experience in your life, and you think to yourself, oh, well, I'll just push it down into a little rage ball until it eventually either explodes or consumes me. And I feel like must be kind of what has happened with all of these idiotic thoughts that I have in my head. As we start to record Isaac again, I'm just like, when rain falls, it falls and it hits the mountain and it rolls through cracks and crevices until it hits a little stream, and then the stream pours into a tributary, and the tributary pours into a river, and the river eventually flows to the ocean. What happened to all these little thoughts like raindrops that hit my head in the past, and there was no ocean to go to? It was just like this weird stagnant pool of just idiotic diatribes that just kind of sat up there. And my wife stares at me in awe some days, and she's just like, I don't know what the hell you think about when that stuff goes through your head. And I'm just like, I don't either, man. You should hear the shit that doesn't make it past the censors. Like, I have thoughts and ideas that I think to myself and I go, wow, that's so stupid. I need to guard reality against it. Like, I can't let that thought out into the world, because people will know that I thought that, and I can't take that back after that. Like, after that, it's something that belongs to me. And people are just going, oh, that's a stupid ass thing that Taffy said. So, anyway, wow, this, Ronry. Oh, shit. I guess I should pay attention. That said, Monstro, you did unleash the Kraken that is the Revenge Fly, and he will show no mercy, and he will give no quarter. You brought this on yourself, my friend, and his stoner brother, the dead bird, who also is here. I don't know that I would say that they're, birds of a feather, but they are both trying to accomplish the same job, and one smokes weed and the other is a cocaine addict. Do I regret coming in here? No, because ultimately I have Guppy's tail to show for it. I'm 2/3 of the way to Guppy. I'm going to go ahead and take myself back down to our arcade, because I did pick up red hearts that I need to expend. Yeah, man, I guess my ideal situation now is that we get into a mini boss fight with is it Pride? No, it's not Pride. It's Mega Pride. I don't know. It's the one with the guy that looks like Edmund and the other one who looks like does Edmund have a dwarf wife? I don't. It's the comedy duo that shows up that gives us the left hand. I would like the left hand. If you get the left hand early enough, you almost guaranteed to get Guppy. And I would very much be pleased to take Guppy. There was a key beggar back in our secret room. Do I care enough? Yeah, I do. Bump. Bump. Oh, for a second I thought the dream was real. I feel like when you have the golden key, man, you should be able to play this guy indefinitely. Come on. Oh, God, you tease. I'll take you down to 2 keys. Well, you know what? That's I'll take it. It's fine. It is what it is. It's also one of those situations where I wish we weren't limited by a health cap, because at this point we have health that A, we want to give away because we're clearly not using it, and B, we can't take any extra spirit hearts with us. We don't have the chests unlocked yet, so it doesn't make any sense for me to be hoarding keys. So I feel like that was probably the right move. He did drop 2 red chests, so if either one of those had been a Guppy item, we would have been not only relieved, but I feel like our damage situation would have been handled, and this run would have essentially been sorted. It's the last time I eat chili dogs before I come on the air, man. Because I am, not only am I fighting the fact that I'm burping chili, but I also feel kind of gross and sluggish from having put that much food in me. I'm gonna get this and this. Sorry, Guppy's head. It was fun while it lasted. And there are no, there's still a spirit heart here, but there are no tinted rocks on this floor. I'm gonna take the nail charge into our first room of combat so that I have it with me. But now we're in permanent Horror Babylon state as long as I don't pick up any more red health. And we have Brimstone, which does not sort our damage since it takes more than one shot to kill those guys, but it puts us in a place where at least we are shooting things, and I feel like we're doing an adequate amount of damage. And because we have Guppy's tail, sorry, I had to itch my nose for a second. Because we have Guppy's tail, I'm going to hold on to Master of Lockpicking so that we are not burning through all of our keys as we hit these golden chests. Man, that was kind of nerve-wracking. I'm going in here because one Guppy item is going to do it. It's worth it to me. Plus, we got a Spirit Heart back. Alright, so we broke even. No, we didn't. We still came out one Spirit Heart down, but... Oh, God, the Guppy dream at this point, because, you know, we're doing better about being able to hit stuff, but we're still not doing a crazy amount of damage. This is not Brimstone Polyphemus. This is Brimstone and a moderate amount of damage so far. I don't know that we've picked up a legitimate damage upgrade since this run has started, so... You know, if I gotta do a little bit of work to manufacture my own luck here, then so be it. Okay, so bomb. Oh, you guys, so close. You have no idea how close you came to death, my friend. That is, almost utterly useless to me. I really don't want to blow him up on accident, but here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pick this up. We're gonna trust that this guy can't be trusted. And we are going to play the shit out of him if we can. There's a red heart down here. If it's a whole red heart, this is something I will do because we'll get 2 plays per heart. It is not. Alright, well, we'll move on and we'll know that that's an option if red health continues to drop. Oh, that was nerve-wracking. Right, next room. Pop that. Good. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the red anus nubs because I just don't see myself being in a situation where I get anywhere near those that anything good happens. Petrified poop is no good for us at this point because I can't think of any places that poop is really going to spawn. I tried to throw the brimstone up there like it was a fire hydrant's water hose. It did not work. It worked about as well as you would anticipate it would work. I don't feel like fighting all that room for the possibility of maybe a red heart or some money we can't use or keys we don't necessarily need. I am keeping my eyes peeled for tinted rocks, but you know me, man. It's the McNugget syndrome. If the rock's not the very ones that are shaped like this one, I don't see it. I guess I could go look it up and be like, okay, well that's what tinted rocks look like when they're the Minnesota chicken nugget, or the mitten chicken nugget. But all I know is that one particular style. That's fine though. You know, are we sorted? No. Are we in a manageable place thanks to Brimstone? Yeah, I feel a little better. I'm not gonna lie about it. Let's go ahead and go straight to our boss fight. Dub Loki is A-okay by me. This is actually a really tricky room. This room is tougher than one would anticipate. Fear Shot doesn't have any effect on Loki. I did get rid of half of him. So 1 Loki down, 1 Loki to go. And hopefully we will merit a deal with the devil. And in that deal with the devil, I don't know, anything you would think would be good, that's what I want. Instead, we get the wire hanger, and I guess I'll just go to the next floor. I don't see any reason in risking our spirit heart health to try to go find red health so we can play that demon beggar. Oh my god, do I? Yeah, just in case. Well, if I take damage, then I can untake damage by picking up that blue heart that is waiting for us up there. Ugh, this weather. What about this weather? I'm not enjoying it. I thought, you know, when snow came I would be thrilled, but it's broken me out of my routine. I'm eating like crap. I gotta get back in the gym. Fat Taffy's not gonna get unfat eating chili dogs, you know, and blaming it on the snow. So, maybe I'll go shovel my driveway or something after this. Which, I mean, yeah, it does. Sounds about as fun as shoveling the driveway, but I gotta do something. I feel gross. I gotta keep moving forward. There is less and less hope that we're gonna be able to pull out the Guppy dream here. I feel like ultimately what's going to end up being our... Sorry, I had to... Once again, the nose itching thing. What's going to end up being our salvation is going to be not Guppy, because I don't think it's going to happen. I don't feel it. I don't feel the Guppy vibes on this run. I feel like what's going to help us out is going to be Revenge Fly. I feel like as we get on to the tougher levels, we will inevitably in each room take a shot, and each time we take a shot, we will end up unleashing Revenge Fly and then just trying to stay out of the way while he does his work. We need that key. Alright. We don't need any of the money, so I'm not even going to worry about that. I do want to know what's in here. Ooh. Well, the Bible. Huh. Book of Sin we obviously don't need, but what I am going to do is do that. We have a full health pill, which doesn't benefit us at all. The Bible eliminates a mom fight and gives us temporary flight. Nah, yeah, I'm gonna stick with the nail. It's fine. It is what it is. It was worth a shot. Something good really could have come out of that. If I don't know exactly which book I would have wanted in there. Belial would have been better, I think. I would have been happier with Book of Belial than the nail. I might have to... Okay, cool. I wanted to use the nail fast enough to get the first charge on the next round. We got a full health pill. I don't know exactly what good it will do us. It's exactly one red heart. I will see what's in here. I don't want to re-roll anything, but I'll happily take whatever goodies are laying on the ground. Except for that red health. I don't really want it. And it's not worth the bomb to get close enough. I guess, yeah, we just soldier on at this point. I don't feel at all guilty about, like, picking up Brimstone. I don't feel... We're not overpowered. That's the thing, is like right now I feel like we're just as powerful as we need to be to tread water here. And we could, slowly but surely sort of limp to our fight's inevitable conclusion here. But we're not doing it by steamrolling the game like we did in the last run. Like everything that we've got and that we're doing right now, we're earning. And I feel not guilty about having Brimstone because it's like, name one more... even remotely overpowered item that we have right now. Not even overpowered, just powerful. Oh, I guessed wrong, but I managed to bring it back there. We don't have another overpowered item, I don't think. You got Mongo Baby. You got Revenge Fly. Revenge Fly is awesome. You got to get hit to activate it. Quarters unlocked in the basement. I wish I knew how I unlocked all this stuff. Not enough to go read things, but enough to wish. Enough to be like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool if I just carried around an inherent encyclopedic knowledge of all of the... like BizSnap, but without the effort given to necessarily memorize all of it? Oh my god, I have no idea how we'd be doing this fight right now if we were still using regular tiers. Like, if we had piercing shots... I said this during the last run, we got all these great items, and I was just like, dude, just spread them out. When I said... I think what I said was, man, we could be in a really sort of... Oh, man... We could be in a really sort of middling run. I didn't time that out right at all. We could be in a middling run and get like piercing shots and I don't remember what the other item was. Something else. Oh, Little Haunt. And be like, oh man, this run is turning around. Like, it's not. There's just no. Oh, there's no way for me to get around those. Not enough to be like, oh, well, this is a one run just because we picked up Little Haunt and piercing shots. But without Brimstone, those would be like the two items right now that we could say, oh, yeah, okay, well, we picked up Little Haunt and we picked up piercing shots. So things are starting to turn around. We might be able to salvage this run. And I was just sitting here thinking, what's the nice thing that we've got? And it's, well, we got Brimstone. Oh, is it because it's powerful? No, it's not because it's powerful. It's because we needed piercing shots. Or I don't think we'd be able to do what we're doing right now without piercing shots. Oh my god, I'm too fast. Well, that doesn't affect us in the least. I think we're going the right way. I made the mistake of taking an amnesia pill. Certainly not on purpose, but obviously we are heading the right way because here's the boss fight. So, let's step in. Like hell. Like hell. Oh no, Manga Baby, what have you done to me? That's fine. We'll get through the Santa fight just fine. I'm not worried about that. I am worried about the dark level. I'm concerned that we don't have the firepower necessary to sort of navigate that. Have I been hit? I haven't been hit, have I? How is that even possible? Sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry, but I think I meant to be talking here, and instead of talking, I reverted to airplane noises. All right, well that's fine. They've unleashed the little golden snitch, Kraken, who now is going to punish them for being non-believers. So good. Oh my god. That's actually really, like, that's a relief for me, is knowing that we've got the Revenge Fly to have our back. That'll be the thing that saves us on this next floor, if I had to guess. Where are we? 45 minutes. What a long run. We got the Razor. And that's it. One Guppy item, man. That's all we need. Luck up is good. Explosive Diarrhea is probably better than full health at this point. What are you? Bad Trip is awful. Frustration. Deal with the devil. Yes. And... No. 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 We're not going to do that. Not going to do the Book of Belial. The damage would be nice, but I think the Spirit Heart every 6 rooms is actually better. Range down. Range down. Amnesia. I think Explosive Diarrhea is probably our best bet. And then we will use the nail here. We will try our best to get rid of one of these wars, and then we can focus on the next one. I'd prefer not to use, but like, not to have to get hit to activate the Revenge Fly here, so that we can do the extra damage output. I feel like we're strong enough to handle rooms like this. It's rooms with like the double dark ones. Those are the ones that really worry me. Yeah, sure. What the hell, Strange Attractor? I don't exactly know what that's going to do for us. With this is a room where I feel like being saved by Revenge Fly is probably more of an inevitability. Except Fear Shot seems to lock Gertie Jr. into a corner, which is probably the best demonstration of Fear Shot doing something beneficial for us that I could possibly have come up with. Because Gertie Jr., especially if Gertie Jr. decides to behave in such a way that becomes erratic, it's already sort of air hockey puck enough that it's tough to deal with. Yay, the poop! We're getting a lot of stuff because of Guppy's tail, but I don't feel like a lot of it is quality stuff. Like, you can buy a lot of stuff at a thrift store, or you can buy a lot of stuff at a flea market, or a convenience store, or a bodega. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're picking up awesome stuff at a bodega, or a thrift store, or a convenience store. So right now, I feel like we're getting a lot of items thanks to Guppy's tail, but, you know, we're getting the poop and Strange Attractor and the the unicorn stump, when what we're really looking for, game, what we really want, is that last fucking Guppy item, man. Just give us the last Guppy item, and nobody gets hurt. This is where Revenge Fly is damn near an inevitability. I don't know how to handle this room and not get hit. If I only get hit once, that will be, like, really impressive, and I will be pleased enough with myself to sort of fillet myself over the air about how awesome my play is. Yay! Oh, no, no, no! There we go. Well, we will get the Spirit Heart back, though, and we'll get the bonus damage of the nail in this room. Oh, and I'll instantly take a shot. Okay. This room is a little bit harrowing. We managed to get one version of death down, and the other one had Revenge Fly working on him, so what felt like a benefit of having both bosses being worked on at once actually started both of their horses into this weird blender-like activity of heading opposite directions. So I've had to do more mental gymnastics on this run than I would have preferred. I don't want to complain that every run's too easy, and then, oh my god, I can't see shit. This Azazel run's too easy, and then the next one's, oh, this Eve run is too hard. I'm like the Goldilocks of the Binding of Isaac. This run with Isaac is just right. Lips are getting chapped from talk, gab, and talk. Alright, well, the entire top right half of the level is a total bust. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Book of Belial charge with the Devil card in here. This would be a situation where Fear Shot could actually come in very handy. Oh my god, okay. Oh no, where did I get? Oh, I got hit from. Yep. Oh god, okay, okay, just sit in a corner. Jesus Christ. Oh! I'm so unhappy right now. BBF. I don't think we've had BBF yet, so BBF is an item that will sometimes get us hurt more than it helps, but I'll take any help I can get right now. That is technically damage output. We're getting a ton of chests. I'll take Book of Shadows. You know what? That's fine. Nail, where are you at on a charge? One more room. Okay, you get one more room. Hopefully an easy room. Easy enough, I suppose. One more room. We'll get our Spirit Heart from it. And then we will go back and get Book of Shadows. And once Revenge Fly procs, if we find ourselves in a room like the one we just had, then we will 100% just kind of pop Book of Shadows and get out of the way. Plus, Book of Shadows is a 3-room charge, which is better than the 6-room. Oh my god. 6 rooms and sort of cross your fingers and hope on the nail, where it's just like, oh, okay, well I got my little bit of damage and I got my Spirit Heart. Hopefully that's enough. As it stands, though, we're looking at the boss room, so I have a hard time believing that we are going to get many charges on the Book of Shadow. Okay, okay, okay. Focus, focus. Oh my god. Focus on the one that has the Revenge Fly on it. Did we pick up Gimpy? I feel like we must have picked up Gimpy because we're spawning a lot of Spirit Hearts as we're getting hit. Let's just go. All right, so I will not get hit intentionally. That said, it's going to happen of its own accord at some point. Okay, and when it does, I will happily. Oh shit. I will happily take the Revenge Fly in there and get him and his stoner brother, Dead Bird, locked on target. And that will actually end up being I think the largest amount of damage that we do will be Dead Bird and Revenge Fly working in unison. Ebony and Ivory working in perfect harmony, side by side on my piano keyboard, oh lord. Why can't we? Come on, fellas. We're so close. We're so close. We can get a lamb win on our first Eve run. I'd be okay with. Jesus Christ, Ryan. Look at me get lazy. That's all right. We got to win. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run far, far away. I'd much rather play an Eve front because there's not as much damage. Oh, big stretch, man. I'm playing a lot of Isaac today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and take us black lipstick. Oh, take us back to the title screen. I'm gonna have to take a little break, man. My brain is like oatmeal right now. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's a 2-episode day because, like I said, that Azazel run was very not interesting to me, so I can't even imagine what it was like to you. So there was an Eve run that I think was more interesting. We managed to pull it out, but it was not without its harrowing moments. So thank you so much for tuning in. On behalf of the denizens of the cave and myself, McLaffyTaffy, this was fun, and I am out.